and welcome to my channel. I thought I'd do a quick tarot lesson with all of you. Please keep in mind that this is my interpretations of the tarot. It's basically the meaning of the tarot, but the way I read tarot, how I interpret it in my own unique way. I think all readers read tarot in a very personal way, our own special way. So this is how I see and interpret the tarot cards, and hopefully this will help to teach you how to read tarot. Okay, so we're going to start off with the major arcana. The major arcana is the major things that happen in our life, the major lessons, the major experiences, the big life changes we go through. You've got the major arcana and you've got the minor arcana. The minor is just everyday stuff, just our everyday life, where the major is big events, big things that happen in our lives. So I'm going to show you first the major arcana, and that's what this video is going to be about. And then I'll make a separate video about like the cups, the wands, and pentacles and swords, which are all minor. So that'll be in a separate video. This video is just for the major arcana. Okay. So like I say, this is my version of the tarot, how I see it, how I read it when I'm doing readings. And when I do my readings, I don't just use the standard meaning for the tarot or my interpretations of the tarot. I work with everything as a whole. So one card, for example, the Fool card, could mean so many different things. This card can have so many different meanings just from the cards that are surrounding it and the person I'm reading for, their energy, what's meant for them. And so I tune into energy. I trust my senses. I hear what spirit tell me, feelings, images I see, what's going on around me. If I hear a car hooter, I may think, oh, that's an alarm bell, that's saying something, that's saying I need to pay attention to. So you use all your senses. So when you're doing tarot readings, you trust all of your senses. You don't just go by the standard meaning of what the card means. You use your intuition, you pick up on the energy of the person you're reading for, and you look at the cards, the surrounding cards. That's very important, because you could have one particular card, for example, the Tower. Everyone thinks, oh, the Tower, it's disaster, it's the tower falling down, it's destruction. But if it's surrounded by loads of positive cards, this could be a really good tower. It changes the effect of the tower. So that's just an example. Anyway, I'm going to explain this all properly in a moment. So that's a little tip. When you're doing readings, you don't just go by the standard meaning of the tarot. You do your own interpretation of the tarot. You read the energy that you're feeling, what you can feel, what you can sense, what you can smell, what you can taste, what you can see. You let all your senses come alive, and you trust whatever comes to you. Okay. I hope that all makes sense. Right, let's jump into this. Okay, so the first card we're going to be looking at is the Fool. The Fool card. So here's the Fool, and I've got the Fool here in 3 separate decks. You can see them. This is just 3 different types of decks, so you can see these different Fool cards. Many artists predict the Fool in many different ways. The Fool for me is all about going on an adventure, a discovery. It's taking a leap of faith into the unknown, taking a risk. Yeah, so the Fool card's a card all about taking a leap of faith into the unknown, having that complete trust that everything is going to be okay. It's a card of taking risks, going on an adventure, starting something new, a new beginning. The Fool is not afraid to take that leap. Here you got the Dreamer. He's going on an adventure. Usually the Fool card does have a little dog predicted in the card. And there's this one, she doesn't really have a dog in that card. Oh, she's got a pussycat. There's her pussycat clinging onto the side. And this Fool, he's got a dog. I don't know how these cards are coming up with the lighting. I'm recording this at night. And this Fool, he's got his little faithful companion down there. Yes, the Fool card is all about taking a leap of faith into the unknown, a risk. Having that childlike, innocent energy, the energy of being free-spirited, going on adventures, exploring. And here on this particular deck, it has there a new start. Trust yourself, push your fears aside, and take a leap of faith. So that's how I see the Fool. If the Fool card comes in reverse, this will tell me it's not a good time to take a leap of faith. It's not a good time to take a risk on something. Perhaps you want to sell a car, for example. You want to do something, and it involves you having to take a leap of faith. You're buying from a car dealer, and you think, oh, can I trust that this car is going to, get me from A to Z? And this card coming in reverse is saying, don't take that risk. Don't take that leap of faith. That's not good. It's just going to end in disaster. You're going to be ripped off. It'll be a car that always breaks. That's just an example. If it came in the upright, they'll be like, yeah, go ahead. This is good. Take that risk. Take that risk. It's good. It's time to go on an adventure. It's time to have a leap of faith. It's time to take a risk. And this again will also say, no, hold back. Don't do it. So the reverse is the opposite of the upright in tarot. Well, that's how I see it, because I'm telling you, I'm reading from my perspective. Okay, so that's the Fool card, all about new, fresh starts, taking a leap of faith into the unknown, risk-taking, having faith, having complete faith and trust. That woman's about to jump off the cliff with the complete trust and faith in the universe that she's going to be okay. So there you go. Okay, so that is the Fool card. Now we'll move on to the Magician. Here again is the Magician card from 3 separate decks. I've got about 10 or 12, no, about 12 or 13 decks. I'm just showing you I can't show you every single Fool card I've got. Or Magician. This is the Magician. Okay. So the Magician, this is someone who has all the tools they need to create whatever it is that they want to create. This is having the skills you need to start a business that you want, to create what you want. It's having those tools. It's having the power, having everything in your hands to create what you want to create. That's how I see the Magician. I also see the Magician as a very, very skilled manifester, someone who is strong at manifesting, really manifesting, and they know how to create what they want to create in their lives. Such beautiful energy. This card has a little message on here. It says, magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a success will manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. So it's all about manifesting, creating the life you desire, trusting that you already have the skills you need, the knowledge you need, the tools you need, whatever it is that you need to succeed and create something or to move forward with something. It's having that faith and that belief and that positive thinking, you could create miracles if you really put your mind to it and you really want it. In the reverse, when the Magician comes in the reverse, I see this as someone who does not believe in themselves. They do not believe that they can create what they want to. You could be suffering from negative thinking, negative thoughts, not having a positive, abundant mindset, but more of a negative mindset. That's how I read this. And this is also someone who's like a master manipulator. The Magician in reverse is someone who's manipulative, possibly narcissistic, not very nice energy in reverse. Or or it could be that you just don't have the tools you need yet, the knowledge you need yet, or the wisdom you need yet, whatever it is to manifest, if it comes in reverse. Okay. You need to do some more learning, perhaps. Or you need to do a bit more research so that you have all the tools, or you may need to literally buy some new tools. You don't have all the facts yet or all that you need to manifest. But in the upright, it's like, yeah, you go. Yeah, keep those thoughts positive. You're a good manifester. So that's how I read the Magician. Okay. Which one's next? High Priestess. The High Priestess. So 3 separate decks again. This is the High Priestess. This is highly, highly psychic, very strong psychic intuition. This is how I read this card. If I get this card in a reading, I know that that person I'm reading for is going through a very psychic, spiritual time in their life. It's also important to trust their intuition, especially if they're in a situation. It's best to trust your intuition, not listen to what all those niggling thoughts in your head is telling you, like, or your heart, where you like too much in your emotions, too much in the head. It's needing to go within and listen to your gut instinct, your gut intuition. This is someone who's very psychic. It's also someone who could be seeking out advice through tarot readings, watching a lot of tarot readings. So I need to sneeze and I put you on pause. Sorry about that. I'm sitting right next to my hamster, Mr. Henry, and I'm allergic to my hamster. It makes me sneeze. Yeah, so the High Priestess is someone who's got really strong intuition, strong psychic intuition, just psychic abilities. This could be you needing to work on your spiritual path, looking more into doing readings yourself or spiritual healing, something like that. It's also card by gaining wisdom, gaining clarity, seeing things from a new perspective. It could be you trying to seek spiritual guidance and answers through watching tarot readings or going to see a reader. Either way, if this comes in reverse, it says you're not seeing things clearly, there's illusions, things are unclear, you're not listening to your intuition, your psychic intuition could be temporarily blocked. It could be that you're not working on your spiritual path and you need to or you're trying to get the answers and you can't get the clarity or the answers. That's in the reverse, and the upright, very psychic. And the High Priestess in this card says meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not the time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. So that's the High Priestess. Okay, and now we're going to go to the Empress. Again, from 3 separate decks. The Empress is like the mother of the tarot. She's the mother. She's... Wait a minute, have I? Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Okay. She is, I've got my notes next to me. She is the mother of the tarot. This is the wife, like wife material, usually seen as a wife or the mother. She's very nurturing, really loving, really giving. She's all 4 queens rolled into one. So she's like the mega mama queen out of all the queens. You've got, like, imagine the Queen of Swords, Wands, Pentacles, Cups, all wrapped up into one. She embodies the qualities and the elements of all the queens. So she's like all 4 queens rolled into one. She's highly sexy, highly attractive. Usually if this card comes up, people see her as very abundant, very attractive. She knows how to birth new things in her life and create the life that she wants to create. It's all about birthing new things. This is also the pregnancy card. If you look there, she's got a baby unicorn. There she's pregnant. Here she's holding a little baby. So it's birthing new things in life, in a business, in a career, in life. There's also the pregnancy card. It could be that someone's going to fall pregnant if you get this card. Or your very fertile time in your life. It's all about abundance, growth, harvesting. It's beautiful, beautiful. It's new birth, new life. And she's very powerful. She's confident. She goes after what she wants. She steps into her power. She's highly, highly attractive. Beautiful energy. In the reverse, this could be someone who's trying to get pregnant, trying to have a baby, and just really struggling, not being able to. This is also someone who's trying to birth something new in their life, perhaps start a new business, create a new home, start a family, and it's just been a struggle. They're not being able to do this. It could be it's not the right time. It depends on the cards that are surrounding it. That's so important. Never just read a card as an individual card. You have to have surrounding cards. If I do a reading, I read the surrounding cards. It's like a pattern. And that's how you get the different information. You don't just read like that card on its own. You have to read it as a whole with the other cards. So the energies could change. But this is someone who could be trying to fall pregnant and they're really struggling. They can't, or they may have fallen pregnant and there's troubles. They can't have the baby. This is someone who's trying to start something new. Perhaps they're trying to kickstart a relationship, get a relationship off the ground, and it's just not working. It's just falling apart. It's someone who's not confident, who needs to work on their confidence. Perhaps they lack self-worth, have low self-esteem, could be really struggling emotionally at this time. So that's in the reverse. The upright is really beautiful, positive, and abundant. Empress. People usually associate the Empress. This isn't the major arcana for these signs, but people, it's just association. People associate, a lot of readers associate the Empress with Taurus and Libra, the star sign. There is major arcana cards that are specifically for specific star signs, but this one is not really specifically for Taurus or Libra, but it is associated. A lot of readers associate, if this card comes up, they'll feel like, okay, we're dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. Same with the Fool card. That's not an actual major arcana card for any of the star signs, but a lot of people associate the Fool card with Aquarius. So there's certain cards that different readers associate with different star signs, and then there's the actual ones, the actual major arcana that is for that particular star sign. Okay, so the Empress and the Fool, that's just Fool, Aquarius, Empress, Libra, and Taurus. Okay, next, the Emperor. Where in this one, the Emperor, this is actually a major arcana for a particular star sign. So this is actually a genuine major arcana for a star sign, which is Aries. So this is the major arcana for Aries. This is the Emperor. Okay. The Emperor is like the Empress. He is the all four kings rolled into one. He is the big boss, the big man. He's all four kings rolled into one. He takes charge. He's like he runs empires. He's like the businessman, the man in charge. He's highly attractive, highly passionate and attractive and sensual, and he takes charge. He knows exactly which direction he wants to take, and he's a real like boss figure, an entrepreneur, the mighty king. All four kings rolled into one person. So the Emperor comes up. It's very, very strong energy. Oh, I think with the Empress, I forgot to read. Yeah, time. Sorry, I forgot to read the little message on this one. Time to take action, give birth to your dreams, creative projects, be successful, abundance, and prosperity. And for this Emperor, it says logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation, accept a leadership role, structure and discipline. Yeah, he does embody that. He's very protective. He likes order, structure. You know, he's the Emperor. You don't mess with the Emperor. He's very fair, very just, very passionate, and he knows what he wants. He goes after his dreams. He's confident. He's loyal. He's faithful. In the reverse, he's everything that is not in the upright. He is a manipulative man or woman. They're just using the image because that's the Emperor. He's manipulative. He's narcissistic. Just a slump, someone who doesn't take charge. They just sit around having everyone do everything for them. They take the mick. They just slumps like that sort of energy. Someone who has no direction. They don't know where they're going in life. They want everything done for them. They're manipulative, controlling in a nasty way. The Emperor in the upright is someone who is controlling, but in a good, positive way to help others. In the reverse, this is someone who's controlling in a really not very nice way. They're up in their ego. It's not very nice energy. So basically, the reverse cards are mainly the opposite of whatever the upright is. Okay. But in the upright, brilliant one to have on your side, the Emperor. He gets the job done. Okay. Right. Next, we're going to move on to the Hierophant. So this is my interpretations of the cards. This is how I see them. Okay, the Hierophant. This is higher learning, higher educational, very spiritual, very being connected to God, to the universe, spirit. It's all organizations, higher learning, commitment. This is the marriage and commitment card. This is higher levels of commitment. It's having that deep inner wisdom. Very, very powerful, spiritual, very spiritual card. Usually if I get this card in a reading, it's symbolized, especially a love reading, it symbolizes a long-term committed relationship. This is something very committed and has potential to be long-term. This could also be, like I say, linked to different organizations, spiritual organizations, churches, higher learning, higher education, getting your life in balance, getting structure. So read this one. It says, unity with a spirituality-minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. So it's very highly spiritual, highly spiritual card. All to do with organizations and higher learning, commitment, marriage, and having balance in your life, spiritual wisdom, very, very spiritual. Okay, the Lovers. The Lovers is next. Oh, sorry, I'm terrible. I need to do this. Right, so as you know, the Emperor was the major arcana for Aries. So that is the actual major arcana card for Aries. If Emperor comes in a reading, we know we got Aries in there. Because that's how we predict star signs through readings, which I don't really do. I never do, which I must do. I must do with my readings. I know a lot of you probably do want to know the star signs we're dealing with in a reading. And I always try to remember and I forget. But yeah, that's the Emperor. The Hierophant. The major arcana is Taurus. This is the major arcana card for Taurus. So when the Hierophant comes up in a reading, we're trying to predict people, what type of people are in this reading, what star signs. This is Taurus for the Hierophant. Double check that is, yep. Okay. Now, the major arcana for the Lovers is Gemini. This is an actual major arcana. So this would symbolize, if the Lovers card comes up in a reading, we know that's representing Gemini. Okay, it's the major arcana for Gemini. All right, so the Lovers. Way back when they first ever created the tarot, the Lovers card was also known as the Choices card. So it's not just about love. This card's also about making choices, making important choices, important decisions in life. In anything, it could be important choices and important decisions in love, in life, in work, in any area. It's having to make an important choice. But it's also the Lovers. This is usually a very profound, deep spiritual love. When the Lovers come up, this is deep love. This is like twin flame. A lot of readers see this as twin flame energy because it's so deep. It's very, very spiritual, divinely protected love. Like you can see here, you've got the birds and birds mate for life. It's a very deep, beautiful love. Also, this card usually comes up with like third parties sometimes because usually there is another person in the card. Like here it shows the angel on the card, but there's like another person, like in the original Rider-Waite tarot. And it's someone having to make a choice between two potential partners. So this does usually come up in third party readings, but not always. It's just a card of someone who has a really deep love for each other. It's deep union, spiritual love, really deep love. In the reverse, this could be someone who's undecisive about making choices. They got choices, important decisions and choices to make, and they can't make these choices. They can't make these decisions. They're finding it very difficult. Perhaps they're having to choose between two potential partners and they can't. They don't know what the answers are. So they're almost in limbo. They're feeling a bit stuck because they can't make these decisions. In the reverse, this could also be unrequited love. That's how I see it, because I'm reading these cards as I read them. Unrequited love also could be where you're in that twin, it's a twin, like twin flame. It's where you're in that twin flame dynamic when there's always a runner, always a chase, and that could be in separation mode. So you could be in that separation time when you have like separations and then union, separations, union, the twin flame dynamic. So they could be going through a separation. Yeah, so, but in the upright, it's love, abundance, making important choices. With the Hierophant, I don't know if I mentioned that in reverse. With the Hierophant card in reverse, that'll just be someone who's blocking their spirituality, someone who's non-committal, not really committing, a relationship that's probably going to crumble because one person's a non-committal, the other one wants marriage, the other one doesn't, one wants this, one wants that. Needing to be more in touch, that's in the reverse, more in touch with their spirituality side, or needing to seek help from organizations but not taking that action. Okay. Right, I try and remember everything because I'm just doing this as a free flow. I've got a few little notes down, but it's mainly free flow. It's trying to remember everything. So if I miss little things out, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to get everything in there. Right, the Chariot. Okay, the Chariot. This is the major Arcana card for Cancer. So when this card comes up, we know we're dealing with a Cancerian. This is all about moving forward at such a great speed, rapid speed with the Chariot. Also being pulled into two different directions. You imagine that you've got the white horse and you've got the black horse, and they're both pulling and they're going in different directions. And there you've got the arrows, two different directions, and not knowing what's the right choice, what's the right decision to make, but moving forward, knowing you need to move forward. It's a lot of forward movement, going fast, going forward movement towards your goals, your dreams, the things that are important to you, but then also maybe not sure which direction you have to go in. Sometimes this can also represent things moving forward so quickly, like you could have been in a stagnation period, stagnant, and then all of a sudden there's a shift in the energy and things suddenly move forward, and it moves forward so quickly you almost feel like, whoa, it's out of your control, it's out of your hands, it's just racing forward. But it's such a positive card. This is such a beautiful positive card that it does represent that. Just go with the flow, because it's so positive. Whatever you're heading in, whichever direction you're going in, is going to be for the right reasons. You're heading in the right direction, and you will know which is the right direction to go. The Chariot in the reverse is stuck, not moving forward, stagnation, going down the wrong paths, choosing the wrong paths in your life, taking the wrong routes, feeling stuck, feeling stagnant. Things are just not moving, not in a perfect alignment with what's going on around you. It's that stuck, stagnant energy. In the upright, yes, things may be moving super fast, super quickly, but you're going in the right direction. You will make the right choices. And there is a lot of forward movement, end of stagnation. So, yeah. Justice. This is the major Arcana for Libra. This is all about legal matters, court cases, the law, fairness, getting things balanced in your life. It's balance, it's clarity, it's fairness, it's justice, it's law, dealing with like police and court cases, legal matters, divorces, separation, and sorts of cards. It could be, for some of you, it is the divorce card. When this comes up, you know there's going to be a divorce or separation, depending on the cards. And for others, this is also reconciliation. But it's mainly divorce and separation. No, it's the Judgment that I see as thing. Yeah. So divorce, separation, legal matters, anything like that. It's also needing to have balance, restore balance in your life. Things could be not balanced. It could be not balanced in your life, and you need to restore balance in your life. Legal matters being ruled in your favor. If it's in the upright, things going well. If you're having a court case and you get this in the upright, there's going to be a fair outcome for all concerned. Legal matters will go in your favor. Things are going to get balanced, and there will be fairness. It's fair. In the reverse, there won't be a fair outcome. If it's a court case or legal matters, they won't be ruled in your favor. Things are unbalanced in your life. It could be that a divorce is needed or separation is needed, but it's being put off, so people are unhappy and stuck in an unhappy marriage, unhappy relationship, and they're keeping themselves stuck and trapped. Life could be not balanced. You could be feeling like your life is just not balanced. You're going through a lot of strife in your life. Could be trouble with the law, trouble with courts, unfair outcomes, mistreatment. Like I say, in the upright, it's fair, just, and good karma. Okay. And that's to do with Libra, the major arcana with Libra. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause for 2 seconds. Going to have a quick drink of water and I'll be back. My throat's getting a bit dry. Okay, sorry about that. I really had to get a drink of water and go ladies' room and everything, sort myself out and then come back. Okay, we'll continue. So next we're on to the Hermit. The Hermit is the major arcana for Virgo. This is all about taking that time out, needing time out, solitude to gain clarity. Because during those times of having time out, we have clarity, we gain wisdom and clarity. The Hermit goes off on a solo journey. If you look at this Hermit, he's off in the mountains, but through that solo journey, he's gaining wisdom and he's gaining clarity from that lantern. Same here, she's gone off on her own to gain clarity in the woods on her own, to gain wisdom. The owl is representing wisdom. And here it says, did I read? Oh, there we go. Okay, Hermit. Time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. Shine your light as an example to others. Seek out or become a spiritual mentor. Self-discovery. So it's all about having that time out on your own to reflect, to gain wisdom, to gain clarity, to find answers. This is someone who chooses to be in a hermit mode. They choose to go off on their own and have that time. And in some cases, the hermit is just also representing stagnation, which people don't really want to be at the hermit stage. This could be also representing where the time of stagnation is almost enforced by the universe. Maybe you need that time out. And so the universe puts you or a situation in your life in a state of limbo, a state of stagnation, which can be extremely annoying, but it's ultimately for your own good, even if at the time you don't see that. Like with all the lockdowns we've been having, it's a perfect hermit stage. Everyone's been forced to have to almost be in lockdown, not being able to get out and keep busy and doing stuff. So we've almost been forced to have to go within and do inner healing work, soul searching, reflection, things like that. And we didn't really like having to be stuck indoors and but it was needed. It was needed on a deeper soul level. It's also the card of like a dark night of soul. To me, if someone's going through a bit of a dark night of soul, depression, anxiety, or just need to go within and have that time on their own. In the reverse, this is a good sign that you're coming out of stagnation. So like when we come out of lockdowns and life goes back to normal, it will come out of hermit mode and we'll start. But by then we would have gained all the clarity and the wisdom that we needed. We would have done the inner self-work, the inner healing, whatever we went into this hermit stage for. That's coming out of stagnation. Things are going to start moving forward when this comes in reverse. Another reason when it comes in reverse could be saying that you are not seeing things clearly. You're not taking that time out to reflect. You're maybe bombarding yourself, keeping yourself over busy, overworked in a situation. Perhaps there's a situation in your life that you need to reflect on. You need to gain clarity, but you could be avoiding it. if this comes in reverse, in the Hermit in reverse. So it could be that you really need your attention. There's something in your life that really needs your attention, but you're almost avoiding having to face it. You don't want to face it. You don't want to have to look at it. So you, like in the reverse Hermit. So it could have positives and negatives. This could also be, for example, someone who has trauma from their past, their childhood or their past, and they need to deal with it, and they need to go into this almost dark night of the soul to do that inner healing work from trauma from the childhood, but they're choosing not to, so they keep busy, so they don't have to think about it and they don't have to ponder over it. So that's a negative because it's not actually helping them to move forward and heal. They'll never be able to heal and move on from that. And in the other sense, it's a good thing because it means if you are going through a time of stagnation, like for example lockdowns and that, it's going to be over, and then you come out of that stagnation and things can move forward. So it's got two separate, well, quite a few separate meanings. Hermit. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. This is the luckiest card of all the tarot cards. It's a card of luck. It's a card of fate. It's a destiny. Fate, destiny. Luck is on your side. The wheel's ever turning. You imagine a wheel. Sometimes the wheel turns. We get to the, sometimes we're at the bottom of the wheel, and that's where we're going through a lot of strife in our life. A lot of, you can imagine strife and everything's going wrong. You hit rock bottom in life. You're at the bottom of the wheel. But with everything in life, like the wheel turns, life turns, there's change. Change happens. So where you may be having a run of bad luck, being stuck at the bottom of the wheel, things will change and you'll be at the top of the wheel at some point where you have really good luck. It's luck's on your side as well. It's a very lucky card, depending if it's in reverse, which I'll get to that in a minute. That could be a very unlucky period in your life. That's when you're at the bottom of the wheel. When you're on the top and it's in the upright, that's great. Luck is on your side. You're having fated and destined situations in your life. Things, it's your fate, it's your destiny, it's luck, it's things moving in your favor, it's forward movement, it's divine protection as well, divinely protected. Very, very powerful sort of card. In the reverse, like I say, you could be rock bottom in your life, going through a really bad time in life. Struggling with different things, could feel like you got bad luck, like everything's going wrong for you, everything's falling apart. It could be that you're with someone or a partner who you feel is your destiny, but they're not actually your destiny. It's not fated, it's not destined, and it's only going to lead to troubles and troubled waters. When the upright, it's all fate and it's destined and it's destiny. So yeah, that's the wheel. And over here it says a fresh new start. Yeah, it's also, forgot to mention that, sorry. Brand new beginnings, fresh new starts, completing old cycles, stepping from old cycles into new cycles. There's a few cards like that. That's also the Wheel of Fortune, going from one cycle of your life to a new cycle, stepping into a brand new beginning. A fresh new start or the end of delays, sudden or unexpected progress, a positive change in your life, travel or a new vehicle. Yeah, so very positive. Right, strength. Strength. Mine's gone blank. Leo. Major Arcana for Leo. That's why I put little notes, because I know this all, but it's just my mind when you're doing so many cards. Major Arcana for Leo. This is all about having inner strength, especially like if you're going through a really tough time in your life. The angels are letting you know, and your guides are letting you know that you will have the strength to get through this. You will have the strength to get through this. The universe is giving you the strength to deal with whatever life chucks at you. You're strong enough. You can get through it. It's a real powerful card, all about strength, and it's also about patience. This is a card that talks about patience, needing to be patient, having trust and faith that the storm will pass. Like there behind her is that big tornado coming towards her, and having faith and that, you know, the storm is going to pass. Be patient. It's a card about patience. The angel that's usually in this card is Archangel Ariel. She is the archangel of strength, and she helps to give you clarity and strength. There's also confidence, working on self-confidence. In the reverse, it's about not feeling strong enough to cope with what's going on around you, feeling like you're being smothered by life, like everything's just crumbling and pushing you down, being impatient, not having that patience, getting frustrated, delays, just feeling struggled and upset because things aren't moving forward, and you're getting really impatient. It's like, why is things not working? And you're being angry. It's struggling to find the strength, just struggling to find strength and be strong in a situation. Why is that flashing? My little thing down the bottom. Sorry about that. I realized why it was flashing. I had my little clock down the bottom and it was flashing. I was thinking, why is it flashing at me? And then I realized I had loads and loads of old videos on here, like other reading videos I'd done. And so my memory was clogged up. And so I had to delete all the old videos to make space to finish off this video. So there's not much space left. So I'm going to quickly do this. So we've got enough space, enough time. So yeah, we're on the strength. So yeah, it's just having that strength, having that courage to get through what you need to get through. In the reverse, it's not feeling that strength, feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, being impatient, and just not having patience. We're here, it's a message to have that patience, to be patient and trust in the divine, that things are happening in divine timing. Hangman. The Hangman is this is a card all about needing time out. It's very similar to the Hermit card. It's having, they're the two cards of like dark night of the soul, two cards of needing time out to reflect. Usually the Hangman chooses to be in this position. If you look especially in this card, that man there, this Hangman, he's got a lock, and in his hand there, I'm not sure what's showing up, there's the key. He can free himself from the chains anytime, but he's choosing to go into this Hangman stage. Like the Hermit card, the Hermit goes off on his own journey to gain wisdom, to gain clarity, to find the answers, so that he can, getting tired now, so that he can have an awakening, gain clarity. Sometimes we're put in the Hangman stage. It's basically, so I see this card, this is how I read this card. I see it very similar to the Hermit. Sometimes we're put into Hangman stage because we need to be in that stage, whether we like it or not. And we think, I don't want to be in this stuck Hangman stage. I don't want to feel like I'm just hanging around. Things are in limbo. Nothing's moving forward. Why am I in this position? But there is actually a reason. Things could be stagnant. Things could be not moving forward. A relationship could be just stuck and not moving forward. A job, you could just feel like it's stuck and it's never progressing. It's never moving forward. You could just feel like you're lonely and in Hangman stage and on your own, but it's for a reason. It's for a reason, so that you can gain clarity in that time and have an awakening. Here, temporary pause for reflection and insight and awakening, where you see things in a whole new light. Embrace your own uniqueness, charitable actions. In the reverse, this means you're coming out of Hangman stage. It's like it's just so similar. That's how I read this card. It's so similar to the Hermit. You're coming out of that. If you've been through stagnation, if things in your life felt stuck, you felt like you were stuck in limbo, you couldn't move forward, finally things are going to start moving forward. And it's like, yes, you would have gained the answers and the clarity that you needed. But also in the negative sense, this could feel like you keeping yourself stuck. Perhaps you need to move forward in your life and you're choosing to keep yourself stuck. Or you're making those wrong choices where maybe perhaps you needed to take some time out before making important choices, important decisions, but you're making rash choices, rash decisions without thinking things through. So maybe that you need to go into Hangman. It could be that you're going to sign some legal documents, sign some documents for a house, and instead of really looking through all the small print and reading all the small details, you're just rushing in and signing. You could be signing your life away and you don't even know. And that's in the Hangman in reverse. So it could have that negative effect. It's like not taking that time out to really think things through properly, making rash choices, rash decisions without taking that time to reflect. Or it could be, depending on the reading, it depends on the reading, the person you're reading for, the surrounding cards. It could be that you're finally coming out of this Hangman stage, coming out of a state of limbo. Things are going to finally move forward. And here it's meaning in the upright position is that you need to maybe go into this hangman stage to gain clarity and wisdom. Okay, the Death card. This card is the Major Arcana for Scorpio. I love this card. People get scared of this card. Please do not be afraid, because it's got the word death on it. Everyone's like, oh my God. I love this card. It does not mean physical death. It's very rare that this card means physical death. In very rare cases, it might. It all depends on the person you're reading for and the situation. But what this card actually symbolizes is something so beautiful. It's letting go of the old, letting go of what's not serving you, what you've outgrown, what's hindering you from moving forward. It's closing one door to step into a new door, especially like here. I love this card. It's cutting the ties of what no longer serves you, what's holding you back, what's keeping you stuck. And as one door closes, that door shut, you step into a brand new door. So just think of that. One door shuts, new door. Where there's endings, there's new beginnings. It's things coming to an end of a difficult situation in your life, an ending possibly of a relationship for some, depends on the reading, but then it's going to lead you to something better. It's closing a cycle in your life so that you can step into something new. It's rebirth. I love it. Endings that lead to new beginnings, the need to release situations or people that hold you back, spiritual transformations. It's a very spiritual card too. It's all about transformation, endings, new beginnings, new cycles, letting go of what doesn't serve you. It's beautiful. In the reverse, this could be that you're keeping yourself stuck in an unhappy situation. This could be like, for example, someone who's in an abusive relationship and they're keeping themselves stuck there. They're refusing to cut the ties. They're refusing to close a door and step into something new. So they're preventing themselves from having a new beginning. It could be someone who's not letting go of the past. They're clinging on to trauma or pain from the past. They're clinging on to anger and bitterness, so they can never heal. They can never move forward. They're holding on to addictions, holding on to things that do not serve them, refusing to change, refusing to let go. So it's keeping them in a state of stagnant. They can't ever progress forward. They can't ever move forward in life. They're keeping themselves stuck in an unhappy relationship, an unhealthy situation, in an addiction. It's just stuck, stagnant energy, and someone who can never grow, never progress, never move forward, never have new beginnings. Where here it's beautiful. It is, taking that leap of faith, closing one door, stepping into a new door, transformation, new cycles, new beginnings, endings, new beginnings. So yeah, I love that card. Temperance, this is the Major Arcana for Sagittarius. So this is all about having balance. It's having balance in your life, getting things in your life balanced, your emotions balanced, your thoughts balanced, your feelings, your life. Having that balance, having clarity. It's also a very, very, very healing card. This is one of the biggest healing cards. It's all about healing. Healing yourself. This card usually comes up for me when I'm doing like a reading with someone who needs real strong healing at this time. It's about healing, emotional healing, physical, mental, spiritual. It's about balance. It's about healing. A lot of people associate this with love as well, the Two of Cups, because there's always two cups, which represent like the Two of Cups in the tarot, and balancing. So it could be balancing of emotions, could be connecting of love, the two cups coming into union with a love. But the most important thing for the Temperance card is all about balance and healing, getting yourself in a good balanced state, getting your life balanced and healed. In the reverse, this is someone who's not healing. They could be unwell. So if the Temperance card comes in reverse in reading, I could see this is someone who's struggling with health conditions ongoing, or they don't have enough balance in their life. There's an area of their life that's not balanced, and for one reason or the other, this person could be refusing to balance their life, or they're struggling to get a certain area in their life balanced. There could be disharmony, and where things just feel like no stability, no structure, don't feel grounded in life, just feel stuck and suffering from health conditions. That's in the reverse. Blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary, successful compromise, the power of diversity, self-control, patience, and balance. It's also a card of patience. Be patient. In the reverse, it's like being impatient, not having patience. In the upright, it's patience. Now we have the Devil card. This is the Major Arcana for Capricorn. This is all about like ego, addictions, narcissists, being chained and bound to the devil. This is like when you're stuck in an unhealthy or unhappy situation that's just not good for you. If you look at this, well, most of these, they all usually, that it always shows, this one shows the most clearer, two people who are chained and bound to this devil energy. This is usually the cards I get if someone's in an unhappy marriage, unhappy relationship, whether it's unhappy and just unhealthy for them, it's stagnant, it's run its course, the love's dried up, or it could be a toxic relationship. This is usually the card that comes up when there's toxicity. It's addictions like gambling, drug addictions, alcoholics, or being stuck in a situation that's really unhappy for you, stuck in a group or a gang that's not really good. It's unhealthy situations. It's being bound, it's being trapped, it's being stuck and not being able to move forward. And usually this person's keeping themselves in that energy. This could also be dealing with someone devious, someone sneaky, someone who does not have your best interest at heart, someone who could be coming across as a friend, or someone who's coming across as like they really care, but they're backstabbing you because this man's giving the children, he's trying to give them money, he's trying to give them ice cream, but he's actually the devil in disguise. You can see his tail there, but he's coming across like he's being there and he wants to support, you know, and be there and be kind, but really the children aren't seeing that behind him is this little devil tail. It's also all about ego, being too much in your ego, and then your ego can take control, and it's need to break free from the ego, you know, break free from that, not let your ego take over. It says here, the illusion of being trapped, accept responsibility for your situation, and then make choices that support your path to happiness, addictions, or unhealthy habits. In the reverse, this is brilliant card in the reverse. This means that you're finally breaking free from that ego. You're not living too much up in your ego. It's more from a true, authentic self. It's also breaking free from a toxic relationship, freeing yourself from a connection that's unhappy, that's run its course, the love's dried up. It's overcoming addictions, freeing yourself. It's breaking those chains that bind you to whatever you feel stuck and bound to. It's freedom. It's moving forward. It's making the right choices for you, overcoming addictions, overcoming unhealthy situations, removing yourself from unhealthy situations. It's very positive if it comes in the reverse. Okay. The Tower. This is another one of my favorite cards. I love this card. This is a card all about transformation, endings, new beginnings, sudden change. Sudden. Now, I do not like the Tower when it comes, when it's like in a situation where it's not a very nice Tower. But the reason I love this card is because it's ultimately, this Tower has to break down to get you to something better. It's all about transformation. That's what I love about the Tower. The Tower card is when something happens suddenly. The Tower happens suddenly. It's so unexpected, you do not see it coming. Depending on the reading, it could be something really beautiful and really good. This is like falling in love, love at first sight. This is usually the love at first sight card, or something absolutely amazing like winning the lottery and you really don't expect it. You just buy a scratch card or you do a lottery and you're like, yeah, and then wow, you've won £1 million. It's like something really big and beautiful and really good, you know, happens for you. Or your biggest crush asks you on a date and you never saw it coming. It's like, wow, it's something really good that you don't expect, and it happens so quickly out of the blue, you're not expecting it. Or it could be something really unpleasant that happens out of the blue and it's unexpected and you don't see it coming. You don't see the tower coming. The tower comes. Some of you, you know the tower is going to come, but you could be putting off a tower moment. What the tower is a structure, a structure in your life that's not working. It could be a marriage. It could be a relationship. It could be a job, a habit. There's something in your life that was not built on solid foundation. It's not good for you. It's not helping you to be on the right path for you. So that tower has to break down. It needs to break down because you can't move forward. You're stuck. It's preventing you from having happiness. And so that tower has to break down, and then you can rebuild. In relationships and marriages, usually if this comes up, it'll be like the structure of that connection had to break down because it was built on not solid foundation. Then you have the choice. You can either rebuild the tower with that same person and like break everything, how things used to be, and actually come back into this connection and rebuild the tower on solid ground, but this time around do things properly so you have a more healthy, more balanced, and more strong connection. Or you can break that tower down, have a tower moment, an ending of that relationship, and then you move on to find the love that is right for you, and you can build a new tower with someone, one that is on good footing. This is with someone who's on the same page as you, you're in perfect alignment, you want the same things, it's healthy, a healthy relationship. I'm just using that as an example, but this could be anything. It could be breaking down the structure of an old job or anything. It's where something in your life is not healthy, it's not good for you, it's run its course, it's not working, or it needs to change. And so the old structure has to be broken down so you can rebuild. There's also life events where things happen in your life and it's so unexpected. You really do not see. The tower is unexpected. Time frames for the tower, this is immediate. If this card comes up, I know that something's going to happen in the immediate future. And that's within a 3 to 6 month span. Yeah, it's big and it's always very unexpected. You don't see a tower coming, or if you do see it, you could be putting off making changes in your life, putting off taking action with something, and then the universe comes and chucks a tower moment in there, so things have to move forward. So it could be a really good tower where something absolutely amazing happens, you don't see it coming, or it can be a really negative tower. But every tower moment is for your greatest good. Every tower moment is beautiful. It's to lead you to transformation, new beginnings, endings of what's not serving you. Okay, I'm rabbiting on. Okay. A significant life experience that requires changes to be made, powerful and often unexpected revelations, breaking free of procrastination, releasing old belief systems. So the tower in the reverse could be that you're putting off things happening in your life. It could be that there's important changes that you need to make in your life. There's things you need to let go of. This could be habits, thought patterns, addictions, people. It could be anything. And you're putting off the tower in reverse. You're putting off taking action, putting off making those choices. And the longer you put this off, the more the universe is going to come in one day and say, right, I'm going to make this tower turn the upright, and you're going to have a tower moment. So this is you putting off taking charge, putting off doing something, making necessary changes in your life, putting off making choices, and that can cause you to feel stagnant, feel stuck, live a life where you're unhappy, you're never on the right path, things can never move forward, it's constantly hibbly-piggly because it's not built on solid foundation, there's no balance, there's no stability, it's not grounded. That's the tower in reverse. Okay, the Star card. This is the major arcana for Aquarius. This is a beautiful card. There's 2 cards in the tarot deck, in the 78 tarot, which is all about healing and wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. This is it. This one and the Nine of Cups are the two wish cards. When these cards come up, this is your wishes coming true. It's wish fulfillment. It's all those manifestations, the things you've manifested, the things you've wished for coming true for you. It's your wish. It's wishing upon a star. It's also very healing energy. It's all about healing and getting balanced, deep healing. It's also the card of hope. Especially if you're going through a really tough time in your life, if you get the star card, it's a sign from the universe. You know, have hope, don't give up, have faith. Everything's going to be okay. It's your wishes coming true. It's also a card of gifts, the universe blessing you with gifts. Also, you could be receiving a lot of gifts from loved ones around you. It's all about gifts and wishes coming true and wish fulfillment, healing, hope, faith. When this card comes in reverse, you could be struggling. You could be in a situation where you feel hopeless. You feel like the hope's gone. You have no faith. You're struggling to have faith. You could be feeling great sadness. You could be struggling with health conditions when the star card's in reverse. Going through a very unlucky period where everything just seems to be going wrong for you. Really struggling. So in the upright, it's such a beautiful energy, but in the reverse, it's not that great. The moon, we're almost at the end now. The moon, this is Pisces and Cancer. This one's actually got two. It's actually the major arcana for Pisces, but also a lot of people associate this with Cancer for the reason that the moon rules Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and this is the moon card. So for me and many readers out there, the moon card represents Cancer and Pisces, but this is actually the major arcana card for Pisces. The moon is all about secrets, things being hidden, not being able to see things clearly, illusions. Usually you need the light of the moon to guide your way, the light of the moon to help you see clearly, see which path you want to go on, see which direction you want to go on. If people have been sneaky and devious around you, the light of the moon comes out to expose those secrets, expose things. So usually this is like, for me, secrets don't stay secret for long. Things being illuminated, seeing things for what they really are, because the light of the moon helps to bring you clarity. Also very emotional. You could be very much in your emotions, a very deep emotional card. Also very spiritual, very psychic. In the reverse, your intuition could be blocked. Your psychic intuition could be blocked. There could be secrets that you're not being revealed. Things could just seem confusing. You seem like you're in illusions. You can't see the wood for the tree. Things are being hidden. Disillusionals, and it's just not a very nice energy. You could be suffering from health conditions. You could be suffering from depression, anxiety, really going through a bit of an emotional time in your life. Emotionally imbalanced. You're just not balanced emotionally. And could be a lot of secrets and things hidden around you. That's why you need the moon in the upright, so you can see clearly. Next is the sun. I love the sun. There's 78 cards in the tarot deck, and out of all the 78 cards, this is the most positive card. Just 1 second, I forgot to read here on the moon. Listen to your intuition and pay attention to signs from the divine. Unnecessary worry. Let go of your fears. Revelations that will make everything clear. Okay. And then here we have the sun. The sun. The sun. Like I say, out of all the 78 cards in the tarot, this is the most positive, most beautiful card. This is like the sun usually comes out after the storm, when you've been through a tower moment, you've been through the ringer, and life just feels like it's crumbling, and you've been through a really bad patch, and the sun comes out. It's promising you positive new days. It's happy, it's vibrant, it's positive. It's such a good energy. It's where life is just feeling so good. You feel like rejoicing, it's celebration, it's a real sign that, especially if people have gone through a really tough time, you get the sun card, you know that tough time's coming to an end. The sun's going to come out. Where you've been in like in a state of the dark night of the soul, or where everything's been dark. You turn the light on and the whole room just feels bright. The sun comes up and everything's bright. It's an end to difficulties, an end to the troubles. It's going through a really happy, beautiful period in your life where everything's joyful. It's a lot of positive energy around you. It's being playful again, being like a child again. It's like, imagine like a fairy tale. It's just beautiful energy, so positive. It means that no matter what situation you're going through, no matter what's happening in your life, there will be a positive outcome. There really will. A time of great joy and success, brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities, plans that work out perfectly, gratitude to the divine. It's also about success, victory, celebration. It's just beautiful. The sun is actually one of the cards that, because it's such a positive card, that even in the reverse, doesn't have that much of a negative meaning. It just means that you could be going through a bit of a tough time and it's taking a bit longer for things to change. And you want change, you want your life to get back on track, you want a positive outcome. It could just be minor delays. But usually, because the sun card is so positive, that even in the reverse position, it's still positive. It just means delays to get into your happiness. That could be delays. It could be that there is going to be a positive outcome. It's just not happening straight away. Or that you need to be more in a childlike energy. Perhaps you're overworking, overstressed, and you need to be a bit more carefree. Let your hair down a bit more. I'll get it because I'm very aware that I'm running out of storage space on my phone. So I've only got 2 more to do. I want to get this all done. So this is Judgment. This is transformation, renewal. If you look at this card here, I've got these people. I love that. You see these people, and they've all been down there, and it's just been like dark gray. And then the angel blows their horn. They get the calling. It's a calling card. And then they ascend. It's about ascension. Ascend. Transformation, going from like where life could be really dark and dull, and you just feel stuck and trapped. And then something happens, it changes, and you suddenly, they turn into doves, like there you can see them turn into doves. They ascend. You go through a massive transformation in your life, where a situation could have been dull, boring, or going through troubles, going through pain. Things are going to get better. The justice will be done. Things are going to change, and you're going to have a positive outcome. There will be that change. It's also, to me, a card about hearing the calling, according to spirituality, getting messages, profound messages. This to me is also a card of reconciliation. So if someone comes to me saying, will my ex and I get back together, and this card comes up, it'd be like, yeah, there is going to be a reconciliation. Reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness, time to head in a new direction, clarity on your life purpose, in your heart, you know what to do. So it's transformation. That's how I see this card. A huge, massive transformation. Good karma coming to you. Justice being done. Hearing a calling, important message. I always see this card as an important message that's going to come in. It's reconciliation and quite a healing energy. The final card is the World. I love this card. There's so many cards I love. I love the tarot. This card is beautiful. Oops, it's almost done. I need to hurry up. This card is about closing old cycles, stepping into new cycles, new beginning, transformation, the ending of difficulties. It's literally going through a massive transformational period in your life. Closing the door to what was not working on your life and stepping into something new. It's all about transformation, new cycles, closing old cycles. It's such a beautiful card. I'm talking very quick because I've just got a message saying my phone's going to cut out. I'm almost out of storage space. In the reverse, you're preventing going to a new cycle. You're preventing letting go of what's not working in your life. This is stopping you from having transformation. It's stopping you from moving forward in life. You're putting off taking charge and making those changes that need to be happening. It really is. It's like there's a new cycle waiting for you. But in order for you to have this new cycle, to step into something new, in order for you to have transformation in your life, you have to let go of the past or let go of what's not serving you, make necessary changes. But in the reverse, you're not doing this. So you staying stuck. You staying stuck. You can't transform. You can't move. You'll just stay stuck and stagnant. In the upright, you're making those changes, you're making the necessary changes, you're putting in the work, and that's going to enable you to step into a brand new cycle and have transformation. A brilliant success, a time of joyful accomplishments, spiritual enlightenment, freedom to do whatever you want, be proud to be yourself. It's also a card of completion, completing of projects, completing of house sales, completion. Good, it's still recording. I had to rush through. I'm sorry about it. It keeps flashing at me, so it's going to cut out any minute. So I'm just going to say thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this to be helpful. I will be doing a video next on the minor arcana. So I'll do each minor separately. So we'll do like air signs and the swords for one, water signs and the cups for another video. Another video will be the earth signs of pentacles, and then fire signs with the wands, and I'll do them as separate videos. So I hope you found this to be helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.